Okay. Are we streaming? Good morning. Am I rolling? Oh man, that's so funny. Oopsies. So happy spring. It's also Navratri, spring celebration of the 9 forms of the goddess that we celebrate over 9 nights. So I just thought this morning, this is like totally optional. I've been really missing chanting. Like I do a lot of japa, which is silent repetition of mantra, or like out loud in my car or the shower. Um, so it's like a personal practice, but I think just wanting to share more. I don't know how many I even printed of these. So I'm not sure if I'll chant this like 1 or 3 times in the beginning of class, probably one. This is a mantra that is a salute to the sun. Yeah, who doesn't worship the sun? And then in the final rest today, I'll offer some guided visualization of the energies of the goddess and her 9 different forms. And as always, like feel free to tune in or tune out. You can keep it. I just printed these at home. Did you know I think my husband was like seeing something that an ounce, I guess does anyone know like the fraction of an ounce that is in an ink cartridge? And that it's up to like $90 a cartridge. Like they were always, it's always shockingly expensive, but like an ounce of ink is like $1,000 for perspective. Isn't that insane? Like, what? Oh, you two have to share because I accidentally printed my rolling notes. Oh, okay. Yeah, and like it's just like if you want to follow along, and like the truth is like I love looking at like the meanings and interpretations of the mantras, but really they're sound and vibration, and that's how they work. Sanskrit, the alphabet and the language and the vibration is like so mathematical and scientific. It's like code. So you can join into the sound, you can hum along, you can let it wash over you. And the other thing that's just like interesting to note is like so much of the yoga tradition in the history of yoga was limited to the Brahmins and the caste system. And if you were caught speaking or uttering Sanskrit and you weren't a Brahmin in some parts, you could have your tongue cut out. And so, and also the authorship of the Gayatri Mantra is attributed to Vishvamitra, a sage of the yoga tradition, whose name means friend to the world, the universal friend. And this is an archetype and an energy that I like really in my heart of hearts. I'm so devoted to this archetype and the times that we live and like all the division and like just utter lack of leadership and diplomacy. Like Vishvamitra is the archetype of like universal diplomacy. And so, and he is the Gayatri Mantra is attributed to Vishvamitra. It's like the sun shines on everyone, everywhere. It's unconditional. Let me lower this. And so the other thing I just wanted to share is that this is the text that our studio's name is based on, the Devi Mahatmya in praise of the goddess. The 3 queens are the 3 primary archetypal energies of the divine feminine. This is the best text. And there's this part, let's see if I saved it. I don't know if oh yeah, yay. Like so many bookmarks, I opened to the right bookmark. During this festival of Navratri, the 9 nights in celebration of the 9 forms of the goddess, it's highly worshipped then as now. It's highly likely that worship took place in the temples as well as in private dwellings, for the text makes concession to those not skilled in the arts of worship and sacrifice, saying that even acts imperfect performed will be gladly received. That like the goddess, the great mother, she doesn't need like a perfect ritual or worship, just the acknowledgement, the recognition is like enough for her. The text actually says, when offerings are made in worship with or without proper knowledge, I shall receive them gladly. Fire oblation performed in like manner. So I'll read this Gayatri mantra in the beginning. We'll do a practice of yoga. I promise if you're new here, welcome. We're going to move. My name's Mariel. Camden's demoing on the mat. Melissa's assisting. Sometimes she chimes in. You gotta let me know how you want to chime in today. I like that you're wearing your Durga. And everything I offer is an invitation, not an obligation. And like this, the physical expression of our tradition is that like we're not chasing forms or a perfect form. It's all about action over form. And your fullest, best action, whatever it is for you today, is the perfect act, like is the offering to the divine. It's the idea that in the cosmology, the divine conceals herself in us to reveal herself as us. She takes the form of the breath and pours life into all that is in order to see herself in all her forms, to self-reflect, and in order to reflect to her beloved, Shiva, his infinitude. So at the end, I'll read through some of her forms. Did anyone not get one and want one? They're over here. Yeah? Oh, maybe not. These are cut up rolling notes. Sorry. So maybe we can share. And again, you can tune in, tune out, turn to your breath. And then in the end, yeah, we'll do the guided visualization of her energies. And I'm usually anyway in centering and in closing, repeating the goddess mantra to myself. And do you want me to do it out loud? Yeah. Okay. They're just bija mantras. And again, like, if you can even remember like 3 of the sounds, and I'm going to teach this in a mini immersion, I think, over the summer, like in more depth. It's such a profound practice for regrounding, recentering, re-expanding and clarifying perspective. It's just like a vibrational prayer and attunement. Maybe remind me at the end in case I forget. I'm tired and very caffeinated, so the ADHD is going to hit strong today. Besides all the things. Happy spring, happy Mercury moving forward, happy Navratri and new moon cycle. Just so much in the service of like shit getting off the ground and unstuck. So if you've been feeling kind of like stuck lately, I'm with you, and things are going to start moving and flowing, and we'll embody that in our practice today. Any requests? It's not a speak now or forever hold your peace model. So feel free to chime in as we start moving. Tight hips. Notice where you are and how you are. I'm sure there's like announcements and jazz that lives out there. You could stay after if you want to roll your whole body with me, roll into renewals happening after. Notice where you are and how you are. If there's anything in particular that you need or want from your practice of yoga today, allow yourself to become sensitive and receptive to whatever it is your practice has to offer to you today. Invite a deeper breath in and down. Let it fill you up. And a slower, longer breath out. Let the outer body soften and settle, becoming more sensitive and receptive to the energy that fills us, surrounds us, and connects us to each other and all that is. The name of this energy is Shakti. And Shakti is the name of the energy that pervades all beings, all things. And it's also the name of the goddess herself, capital S, little s, Shakti. She consolidates herself into prana and consolidates herself into breath and pours the gift of life down into you, into your ground of being. And then that energy rises up inside you, awakening you, illuminating you, literally inspiring you from inside out. The breath ignites the heart where the voice of the Great Mother resides in all beings, always present, intrinsically peaceful, utterly powerful. And as the breath ignites the heart has an opportunity to inform, illuminate, and inspire the mind and the body so that our thoughts and our actions are more in alignment and attunement with the energy of the heart, the light of the heart. And then our thoughts and our actions more clearly reflect and reveal this indwelling light. Make yourself as comfortable as humanly possible. And in a moment, I'll begin chanting the Gayatri Mantra, which is a revered Vedic hymn translated as a prayer to the divine light of the sun. The breakdown is Om, the primordial sound representing the divine or absolute reality. You'll hear Bhur Bhuva Swaha, representing the three realms of existence, physical, astral, mental, and celestial. Tat Savitur Varenyam, that Savitir, the sun god, the most excellent. Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi, we meditate on the divine splendor. Diyo Yona Prachodayat, may Savitir or Savitri inspire our intellect. And if I can find it, I don't think it's on Spotify, but I have it. I have a fantastic singing the Gayatri Mantra live in Las Vegas, which I just love every word in that sentence. So I'll also try to share that at some point near the end. So again, feel free to join in, hum along, let it wash over you. I don't consider myself a singer, so if it's a little off tone, it's an offering from my heart to yours. You can bring your hands to heart center if you're seated. If you prefer to recline, you can place your hands on your low belly to feel the rise and fall of the breath in the palms of the hands, one hand on belly, one hand on heart, or just both palms over heart center. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect. It's just the gesture, the offering, the recognition. And then I'll invite you again to join into the final Om if you prefer to just participate in that. Om Bhur Bhuva Swaha Tatsavitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Diyo Yona Prachodayat. Om Bhur Bhuva Swaha Tatsavitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Diyo Yona Prachodayat. Om Bhur Bhuva Swaha Tatsavitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Diyo Yona Prachodayat. And an Om. And when I hear the chant, I just imagine the archetype of Vishvamitra, the sage, the universal friend, the friend to the universe, a true leader, a true diplomat, a true friend to all, an ultimate connector. As you bow to your heart, I bow to you. Can blink open the eyes, let the light in. The way we see the light of the sun is in all that it touches. Like, you're not supposed to look directly at the sun. We see the light of the sun in everything we see. And that symbolizes the divine. Like, you don't look directly into or at the divine. You see the divine in all that it touches. Take your time. We'll come on all fours in a tabletop position. Find your breath. Just begin by linking breath and movement in the ways that naturally feel good. Notice what you feel, how it feels, where you feel it. Hidden, like the divine herself. Is it going? Do we hear anything? Notice what you feel, how it feels, where you feel it. I wonder if this is the right microphone. Are we testing? Hopefully that's working good. When you're ready, we'll meet in downward facing dog. Take your time as you come into downward dog. Claw your fingertips into the lap of the earth. Pedal your feet a little bit from side to side, kind of like a cat kneading. What do they call that when cat kneading bread? Kneading biscuits, yeah. And your feet and your hands and your paws. The goddess, you'll often see her on a tiger or a lion. She rides a big cat, representing ferocity of life itself. On an inhale, float the right leg high to the sky. On the exhale, catch your lunge. On the inhale, reach up, stretch up. Move slow like the rising sun. On an exhale, big step forward to balance on your right foot. Cross the left ankle over the right thigh and sit deep into chair pose. Is that outer hip place that we want to get into? Is that kind of the zone? Flex the foot, spread the toes. Feel free to balance on me if you want. Or yeah, you have the wall. On the inhale, rise up, stand tall. Both feet on the ground. Exhale, fold. Bend the legs as much as you need to, fingertips to the floor or blocks. Fold over the legs, bow to the heart. The light of the heart, like the light of the sun, you can look into the heart, but you see the heart in all it touches. The left foot back to lunge. On the inhale, reach the arms up, big breath in, rise like the sun, and then slowly exhale, place the hands down on the ground, setting the hands like the sun, downward dog. Notice what you feel what you notice, breath to heart, mind to body. Find your breath, following in the currents of the breath as you inhale, float the left leg to the sky. Exhale, catch your lunge. On the inhale, reach up, stretch up. Find the breath, feel both feet on the ground. On an exhale, big step forward. Fold over your cross ankle over thigh. And sit deep into pigeon chair. Bring your hands to the floor or blocks or reach out to the sides for the wall. So it's less about balance and more just like really getting into that hip, outer hip requested area. Flex the top foot, sit back and down, breathe. You have blocks, feel free to take them high. Yeah, take them on the highest height for support. And then inhale, stand tall, both feet on the ground. Exhale, fold, follow your breath over your legs, bow to the light of the heart. Big breath in. And as you exhale, step the left foot back to lunge. Is that true? Right foot? Thanks. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, bend a little deeper. Big breath in. And on the next exhale, set the hands down. Take it back to downward dog. You okay? Find your breath. Inhale to plank. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale for cobra. Claw the fingertips, flick the toenails down. Even here, like you're kneading biscuits. You can kind of squeeze the earth with each hand. Slide your hands towards your hips. Feel how that ties you into the back of the heart center to open the chest, the lungs, the heart. And on an exhale, we'll meet in downward facing dog. Breath to heart, heart to mind, mind to body. On the inhale, float your left leg to the sky. On the exhale, catch your lunge. Back heel to the ground. Inhale for warrior two. Feel both feet on the ground. Pull your feet towards each other like you're trying to scrunch up a rug. And as you reach back through the right arm, bend your left leg deeper. And as you hug the left heel in, guide the inner left thigh open. Bend a little deeper. Left forearm to left thigh. Reach the right arm overhead. As you root through the back leg, extend out through your top fingertips. Oh, boo, it's off of Apple too. I wonder why. Inhale, warrior two, reach up and back, bend 2 inches deeper, maybe 3. Push the front leg straight, big breath in. Exhale, left fingertips to the floor or a block. Breathe into what can't be seen but can be felt, linking breath and action. As you inhale, feel both feet on the ground and pull them towards each other to feel your legs activate from the earth all the way up into your ground of being. And as you draw energy on the inhale, up the legs into the core of the pelvis. As you exhale from your ground of being, your pelvis, push down and out through the legs into the core of the earth. Okay, I'm gonna try this. On the inhale, reach up, warrior two, rise, exhale, bend the front leg. Good, touch the floor, set the hands, downward facing dog. Pedal it out, feel the difference from side to side, if any. Notice if like the light of the rising sun starts to reveal more and more of the landscape. As you turn the light of awareness to the breath and dial the breath into the fabric of the body, are you starting to see the interior landscape more clearly, more fully? Breath to heart, heart to mind, mind to body. On the inhale, float the right leg high to the sky. Look between the hands. Exhale, catch your lunge, back heel to the ground. Inhale for warrior two, Virabhadrasana 2. The warrior represents the steady gaze inward, even as we push ourselves outward. Toes point straight ahead. And as you look over the right fingertips with the inner eye, feel into the back arm and reach the back arm just straight back. Feel it pulls your torso back into center, keeping that, let the top of the front thigh descend. And as you hug the back heel in, guide the inner, as you hug the front heel in, guide the inner front thigh more open, bend 1 more inch. On an exhale, forearm to thigh, reach the left arm overhead. Uh-oh, how do I get this to play on these? Front knee and toes, head. It's on YouTube, I found it. drive this knee towards your little toe. Yes, feel the difference. Beautiful. Is it okay to touch? Can you press my palm towards the floor overhead? Turn your palm towards the floor. Good. And yes, gorgeous. How do you feel? Claw up my fingertips like you're kneading biscuits. Yes. And then push into your back leg. Good. Bend the front leg deeper. One more breath. Change nothing in the front leg as you inhale. Pull each other. Rise up and back. Warrior two. Exhale. Bend. Push the front leg straight. Sorry. And triangle pose. Offer it to the breath. It doesn't do it? Should we see if I can just play it loud enough? Because I really want to share it. It used to be on Apple Music. It was never on Spotify. Let's see. Triangle pose. Both legs straight now. And the top arm reaches straight up to the sky. Shoulders back. Lean back from the depth of your being. Push through the legs into the earth. And as you root yourself into the lap of the earth, pull your feet towards each other and you feel that strong energy rise up through the feet, the legs, into your center. And with the foundation steady, strong, grounded, you can tie that strength, that steadiness into the opening as you lean back over the shoulder blades, rest the head back, even close the eyes for a breath. On an inhale, reach all the way up, bend the front leg deeper than ever before into those hamstrings that you just opened up. Let the hamstrings receive the thigh bone. Good. Touch the floor, downward dog. Find your breath and let your breath carry you. Let the breath, the prana, the shakti carry you in your flow. Flow, inhale to plank. Exhale, flow towards the earth. Inhale, flow up through your heart center. Pause there for a breath. Push through the arms, pull the hands towards the feet, slide the heart forward. Press the tops of the feet down and squeeze your feet together. Exhale to downward dog. Notice what you feel. Feel what you notice. What do you want to teach? Okay. Like now? That's perfect. Get a shoulder stretch in too. Shoulder stretch. You want me to do that?
I could do wide-legged forward fold.
Yeah.
Okay.
Press down hands to lift up through your hips and extend the backs of your legs. Inhale, your right foot lifts up and back. Exhale, step through, low lunge. Walk your hands and feet over to the left for wide-legged forward fold. Your feet are your feet are wider than hips width distance. Turn in a little bit, your heels sweep out. Now everyone shift a little more weight towards the middle of your foot. You can walk a little forward to get there. Then once you arrive, feel your feet on the ground, lift and spread your toes. Feel all four corners on the earth. Inhale, hug your feet in towards one another. And as you exhale, use that strength to lower your head an inch towards the earth. Press from the backs of your thighs towards the brick wall. Now on an inhale, walk your hands forward, frame your exhale, plant your hands, step back, downward facing dog. Notice any difference from side to side. Inhale, your left foot lifts up and back. Exhale, step through, low lunge. Grab for your strap, walk your hands and feet over to the other side for an optional shoulder stretch in your wide-legged forward fold. Now, I'm in front of this area with the brick wall. If you want to see, interlace your hands or pull your strap apart at your low back. As you do that, hug your shoulder blades together onto your spine. Now you can stay here or start to reach your arms overhead. Your shoulders want to round forward towards the earth. Can you imagine you're hugging an imaginary pencil between your shoulder blades? Pull the strap apart, and as you exhale, lengthen from the base of your spine out through the crown of your head. On your exhale, slowly release your hands, lower your strap down to the earth.
Inhale to walk your hands forward, frame your front foot. Exhale, plant your hands, step back, facing dog. Inhale, your right foot lifts up and back. Exhale, bring your right knee all the way through to pigeon prep. Lower your back knee down. Tuck your back toes if you can. You can pad your back knee as needed. I recommend you bring your hands high on blocks to give yourself more space in the front of your body. Without moving your legs energetically, hug your knees in towards one another. Feel your pelvis away from the earth. Now as you exhale, look down at your rib cage. Draw your low ribs in back, then your shoulders back, ears slide back. Option to be here, or inhale, bend your left knee, and exhale, your left hand grabs for your left foot. Feel your hand connect to your foot back into your hand. Make a little bend in your elbow to connect the head of your arm bone into your shoulder socket. Now, did you forget about your foundation? Inhale to hug your knees in, lift up and away, and as you exhale, point the crown of your head towards the sky. If you feel strong and steady, maybe your right arm reaches up and away from your block. Big if, maybe your right hand reaches around to grab for your back foot. Spicy. Feel your hands connect to your foot. On your next exhale, slowly release your hands. Lower down to your forearms. You probably know what's coming. Interlace your hands. Shimmy your elbows to be underneath your shoulders. Tuck your back toes, lift your back knee, step your feet back to forearm plank. Look at your hands. Inhale, press your arms down into the earth. Exhale, shrug your shoulders up towards your ears. Lengthen through the backs of your legs, you're still in plank, as you press out through the backs of your heels. Now you can stay here or inhale, walk to meet your hands for dolphin pose. Think downward facing dog shape, but on your forearms. Land where you land with really bent knees. Look at your hands. Inhale, press your arms down into the earth. Exhale, hollow out your armpits as you send your hips up towards the sky. Now you can start to lengthen through the backs of your legs. On your exhale, start to walk your feet back. Lower your knees down. Take child's pose. Your knees come wide towards the as your toes touch behind you. Connect back to your breath. Let your breath draw in through your nose, down into your seat, and on your exhale, let your breath emanate from the inside out. Press down through your hands, start to lift yourself up through table, then from table, come back to downward facing dog. Find your foundation. Through your hands, lengthen through the sides of your waist. Maybe your heels come an inch closer towards the earth. Big if. Inhale, your left foot lifts up and back. Exhale, your left knee comes all the way through pigeon prep. Set yourself up here as needed. On an inhale, press your right knee down and forward. Left knee draws down and back to hug your legs in towards the midline. And as you exhale, shrug your shoulders up and back. Center back of your skull back to open up through your chest, your lungs, and your heart. Now you can stay here or option to inhale, bend your right knee and right hand grabs for your right foot. Shrug your right shoulder up and back, left shoulder up and back. Really connect your shoulder to your arm. Now from here, inhale, hug in. From the ground up. And as you exhale, maybe your left arm reaches overhead. Maybe both hands grab for your back foot. If you grab for your back foot, shrug your shoulders up and back. Hug that imaginary pencil between your shoulder blades. Nice. Now on an exhale, everyone release your hands from your foot. Lower down to your interlace your hands. Look at your elbows. Really should be them in to be underneath your shoulders. Then tuck your back toes and step back to forearm plank. Your knees can be down here also. It's all the same. Look at your hands. Inhale, press your arms down. Exhale, shrug your shoulders up. Can you hug an imaginary block between your thighs as you press out through the backs of your feet? Now you can stay here or inhale, walk your feet in to meet your hands for dolphin pose. Land where you land, then lengthen through the backs of your legs. Go. Look at your hands. Inhale, press your forearms down. Exhale, shrug your shoulders up your back. Stay here or maybe lengthen. On your exhale, start to walk your feet back. Lower your knees down. Child's pose. Pours forward over the mat. Can you continue to send your breath through the front and back of your heart center? Sit back on your heel. Actually, come into table and have your blocks within reach. In position, let's cross the left leg in front of the right leg. Walk that right leg in like really tight behind and take your feet outer, hips width apart. With the feet pointed, do try to like flick the toenails down so the feet don't sickle. And then stick your butt out and walking your blocks back, start to sit between your heels and insert a block underneath, a block or two underneath your hips. If this is just not gonna happen for you, you'll lean back and just make the bottom leg straight with the knees stacked. Or you have knees stacked in what's called, it's like, I guess it would be like half Ardha Gomukhasana, cow face pose. You'll press your knees over each other. And the tendency here is probably that the right hip feels a little heavier, yeah. Widen your right butt cheek and then widen your left butt cheek and see if you can start to feel the weight more evenly distributed between both sitting bones. And if you still feel like pretty cockeyed, like sitting to one side, then that's an indication to sit up higher. Sit up higher to make it more level, okay? And if probably some of us are feeling a lot in that outer hip area, or you feel it where you feel it. If you're not feeling much, especially like when I was at a younger age, I didn't feel much here. So whatever, you do you. If you want more, you'll bring your heels more in line with your knees. It's called longhorn pose. So you bring your shins more like parallel to the front of the room. Breathe into what can't be seen but can be felt. With the left leg on top, we're gonna reach the right arm to the sky and then bend the elbow like you're gonna pat yourself on the back. And with your left hand, hug the right elbow to the midline, belly breathing through the nose. In this posture, the head tends to fall forward. Rest the head back against the arm. And a slow, deep breath in through the nose. Feel the belly expand, flex the feet, spread the toes. And as you exhale, the belly softens, contracts, anchored down through the seat to rise up through the spine, the crown, the elbow. You can stay right here, press elbow into hand, hand into elbow, or reach your left arm out to the side. Hug the shoulder blades together on the back. Turn the palm back, thumb down, and then bend your elbow, and you might be able to interlace your hands this way. You can have
a strap in your top hand. You could also just hold your shirt. I also, like, even though my arms are long and I can make this connection, I actually get way more here. So kind of like take the moment to explore what suits you and make of yourself an offering to the breath that is the most deep and meaningful. Release the bottom arm first, top arm reaches up. We're gonna, from the cross-legged position, crawl forward. You can have your hands on blocks here. With the toes tucked, legs crossed, we're back towards like push through the arms, the thighs back. Your hands, so you're walk your blocks to the right. Turn your heels back. So now you're in like a short pyramid pose. As you inhale, get long through the spine. As you exhale, fold, bow to your front shin. Did I say that wrong? You're gonna walk your blocks to the brick wall and heels towards the wall in studio. So you're in a pose. Your feet should be like legs are less crossed. Road tracks. Walk your blocks towards the brick wall. And turn your toes with you. This leg should be in front. Walk this leg towards me, this one, and step that foot here and this foot here. There we go. Okay. And now you're gonna walk your blocks to the back of your mat. Turn your feet, your toes towards the back of your mat. And now you're in a forward fold, yeah? Facing the back of your mat, fold over your bow to your walk your blocks to the right. Turn your toes to the right. Now you're facing the left side of your mat for relationship to space. Fold over your legs, bow to your front shin. And walk your blocks to the front of your mat. Turn your toes to the front of your mat. Just follow the course of the sun. And now your legs are crossed with the other leg in front. If not, just do that. Walk your right foot to the left side of your mat. Left leg behind the right side of your mat. Walk your blocks forward so that with your legs crossed, you're in a downward facing dog. I think right leg in front, is that true? Push through the arms to lift through the hips, ground through the inner edges of the feet, and then slowly set the knees down on the floor. Point the feet, walk the blocks back to sit between the heels. Now you have right leg on top. How'd it go? We got there-ish. It could be very different from side to side, so if you need to straighten out the bottom leg, that's fine. Sit up higher, sit up as high as you need, and then you'll manually widen the left butt cheek and then the right butt cheek and see if you feel more level. And if you feel cockeyed, sit up a little higher. You can keep the heels close to the outer hips, or you might start to scooch your heels forward. Just take your time and said, we're getting like right in that zone of requests. See, I take requests. I'm here to please still. Flex the feet, you'll feel it more in the hips. And then the pubic bone roots and the tailbone roots. And when you get really grounded in the depth of your center and the depth of your ground of being, then the whole spine just like ascends, like suspended in liquid. We'll reach the left arm up, bend the elbow. Right hand hugs the left elbow to the midline, but the elbow presses into the hand a little bit. And then the key here is the head wants to come forward. Rest the head back and offer it to the breath. Flex the feet, spread the toes. Belly breathing into what can't be seen but can be felt. Totally optional to extend the right arm to the side. Flip the palm back, thumb down, bend the elbow, and find the clasp. Pubic bone roots, right sitting bone roots, tailbone roots, spine ascends, crown ascends. Rest the head back. Belly breath through the nose. Release the bottom hand or top hand first, fingertips to the earth. Extend the left arm up. Float it down. Walk the hands forward, find the blocks. Tuck the toes, press it back, facing dog. Walk your hands towards your feet. Walk the blocks to the left. Turn the feet to point towards the blocks, the toes to point towards the blocks. Step your left foot out to the left, or right foot out to the right. So I want you to like a wide-legged forward fold. Just make the adjustment here. Wide-legged forward fold. Bend into your left leg just until you feel a stretch through the inner. Breathe in there. And feel how like you breathe right into that, like you bend the left leg the bare minimum to feel the stretch through the inner right thigh, and you let the breath carry your right into those deep foundational core. And then bend into the right leg the bare minimum to find and feel the stretch in the left leg, the bare minimum. Beautiful. And push the right leg straight. Turn the right knee and toes through lunge and take it back to downward facing dog. Look for your breath. Inhale for plank. Let the breath carry you. Exhale to lower. Inhale for cobra. Flick the toenails down, claw the fingertips, exhale, downward facing dog, find the breath, inhale, left leg to the sky, press the inner edges of the hands down, exhale, knee to upper, outer left arm, pause. This is the outer. Good, inhale, the back knee and thigh lifting. Everyone pull that heel to your butt cheek. Left heel to left butt cheek. Inhale the leg up. Exhale, knee to opposite elbow. Opposite elbow. Inhale the leg up and back. Exhale. Find your breath. On the inhale, float the right leg to the sky. As you exhale, knee to upper, outer right arm. Keep the back thigh lifting. Inhale the leg up and back. Exhale, knee to heart center. Inhale the leg up and back. Exhale, knee to opposite elbow. Inhale the leg up and back. Exhale, float it down. Left leg through to pigeon prep or low lunge if you prefer that over pigeon. Take your blocks high to frame your hips, high to frame your hips. Bend your back leg, and with your right hand, find your right foot. Take the blocks high. Good. Now with the left hand to the block in front of you or alongside. And in fact, let's take the block in front. We're going to turn towards the back leg and try to slide that back foot into the forearm, to the belly of the forearm or into the elbow pit. So see if you can take it a little bit higher up the forearm to the elbow pit, and then re-square block outside the front hip. If you feel steady, reach the left arm up, bend the elbow like you're going to pat yourself on the back. And some of you might be able to clasp hands here. Otherwise, just keep the arm extended straight up towards the sky. Wherever you are, however you choose to be, a belly breath. Gently release. Take it back to three-legged dog. This is the Gayatri Mantra. Downward dog. Find your breath, breath to heart, heart to mind, mind to body. On the inhale, float the right leg to the sky. Exhale through to pigeon prep. Take the blocks high, highest height in front of you. Bend the back leg, and with your left hand, find the left foot. Breathe into what can't be seen, but can be felt. And then as you turn towards the back leg, you can turn the palm up and try to get the upward facing palm inside the foot and wriggle the foot into the wrist, into the forearm, into the elbow pit. And then re-square the hips, the chest, the shoulders to the front. Reach the right arm to the sky. Maybe bend the top arm like you're going to pat yourself on the back and clasp the hands. Wherever you make offering to the breath, that's all the divine. It's not even a request or a command. It's of ourselves an offering to the divine, to the breath. That is the perfect offering. As you are, wherever you are, perfectly imperfect. Downward facing dog. Press the inner hands down. On the inhale, float the left leg to the sky. Follow the breath. Exhale, knee to upper outer left arm. Inhale the leg up and back. Follow with the breath, flow with the breath, knee to heart center, heel to butt cheek, knee to heart center, heel to butt cheek. Inhale the leg up and back. Exhale, outer opposite arm. Pause right here. Spin the back heel to the earth and extend your left leg straight out to the right. In line with the hip, foot on the floor. Foot on the front of your mat as you can. Yep. Bring your right hand to the floor. Spin your back heel up. Flex both feet. Can the feet like that. Inhale, plank. Exhale, downward dog. Move with the hips. Inhale, hips to plank. Heart comes forward. Exhale, hips to dog. Slide your left knee to the outer edge of the mat. To the left. Left knee to the left edge of the mat. Lower the back knee down. Press the back knee down and forward as you inhale, reach the arms up. Rise like the sun. The more you press the back knee down and forward, the more you could reach up towards high noon and maybe back towards the afternoon, back towards the back heel as though your thumbs were about to frame your back heel. Inhale, rise up through center. Exhale, set it. Set the sun, downward dog. Breath to heart, heart to mind, mind to body. As you inhale, float the right leg to the sky. Exhale, knee to upper outer right arm. Heel to butt cheek. Inhale the leg up and back. Exhale, heart. Heel to heart. Yes, inhale the leg up and back. Exhale, knee to outer opposite arm. Spin the back heel to the earth. Extend the right leg straight out to the left. In line with the hip. Foot to the front of the mat. Open the left arm to the sky. Lean back over your shoulder. Change nothing in the legs. Left hand to the floor. Spin the back heel up. Find the breath. Inhale towards plank. Exhale towards dog. 2 more times just like this at your own pace. Then twist the torso to the right with the legs split. And then we'll meet with the right leg in pigeon prep. Towards the right of the mat. Back leg, press the knee down and forward. And as you inhale, reach the arms up and back. And press the back knee down. Drag the back knee forward as you reach up and back, thumbs framing your back heel. Good. Inhale through center. Exhale, set the hands. Downward facing dog. Find your breath. Breath. Mind to body. Linking vinyasa if and as you like, or rest in child's pose. Whatever you are, wherever you are, however you choose to be, make of it a whole offering to the breath. Questions, comments, concerns, conundrums? Drink some water, find your breath. No questions. We're gonna come into tabletop position. Feel free to pad your knees with a blanket. You guys, we fucking survived this winter. Can I just like give us all a shout out? That's good news. Wow, we made it. We made it through. I mean, March is still March. We could get a blizzard. We could get an 80-degree day. But like, that was a long haul. Thank God for yoga. For me, I feel that way. Okay, tabletop position. Let's see how this can go. Let's step the left foot to a lunge from tabletop position. Let's bring the left hand to a block inside the left foot. Do the hokey pokey and left hand to a block inside the left foot. And please find a point of connection, like walk it in a little bit so that the inner thigh above the knee is pressing into the outer arm above the elbow. Can you feel that? Take your foot behind you, that's your right foot, over to the left. Keep the knee where it is, but take the foot to the left. Okay, now here's the fun part. Let's all take that block down on its lowest height. And if your arms are long, you actually don't need a block. And can we bring the block behind the foot, like just inside the foot, but back a little bit more? And we really want to make sure that arm is pressing into leg, leg is pressing into arm, yeah? Okay, now the right hand is going to reach across the top of the left foot to the outer edge. Like, I'm going to, like, what side should I show? And I don't want my butt to be in the way, like this, okay? And now pull that right shoulder blade to the back so that, yeah, hold the foot. But when you pull your shoulder blade to your heart, the foot lifts up. What? Nice, Becky. And just breathe right there. Pull into yourself. If you want more, start to extend the leg straight towards Camden at the front of the room. And keep bending the right elbow and try to pull the right elbow towards the sky and the right shoulder towards the heart. And rest. Because people are like, what the actual, right? I'll be demonstrative. I think you might help. I have long arms, so I'm not going to do the block, but can you see this connection? Arm into leg, leg. This knee's going to go behind me. I'm going to hold the foot, and now I have to pull the shoulder back, and I'm going to like chomp this. And then maybe that way, maybe, okay? The beauty unfolds in its own time when it's ready. There is no beauty in forcing open the petal. So do not force it, but just, I wanna be really clear that the action, there's a connection here that can be felt. There's a connection. I like to kind of rock. See how I kind of rock back to lift the foot up? And then everyone could probably get to here, which is a goofy predicament to be in. This is a metaphor for a reality as we know it in current times, okay? And yeah, exactly. And then maybe, whew, you unfurl. Questions? We're gonna try it. So this is like a baby Vishvamitrasana. You can do it with a strap. And like power to you if you wanna use a strap. For like, how do I wanna say it? I like the strap because I think that it makes you comfortable. The comfort inspires confidence and courage. And at the same time, I worry that the strap is there as like, helping you seek a final form before it's ready. And so I like, even though like hamstrings might be tight, like if you can take the strap, then you can like extend the leg. But I feel way less here than I do when I'm like right here in the curled in place. Does that make sense? So if you really want to like feel an expression of the form, use the strap, but just like the reminder to not chase the form, to really seek the actions. We'll come into tabletop position. How is the temperature in here? It's hot? Okay. I'm gonna blast the fans and open the door. And if it doesn't do the trick, then I will knock it down a degree. But the air is coming out frigid. It's cold. Let's see if we can. Come into tabletop. Foot to lunge. If the arms are shorter, I think that, you know what, I'm even thinking, there's two choices here, and one can make it easy. Like for some of us, it'll make it easier. For some, it'll make it harder. You could take your hand to the floor or a block outside your front foot. From the inside, you'll go behind the foot. Behind the foot, and place the hand to the, like behind the heel to the outside. Inside the front heel or outside the front heel. Does that make sense? Take your back foot to the right and kind of sit towards your back heel to rock onto your front heel. Left hand holds across the top of the foot and then kind of chew the knees to the upper arm. Yes. Good. And as you hold the foot, pull the shoulder blade back and the elbow up and then push your foot out into your hand. And the key is to like be in the predicament, to be in the complexity and breathe and explore the breath and gently release. Child's pose. What? Yeah, they come and go. They really do. It just went by. Peace. 2 fingers. I was just thinking about that the other day. The coming and going of poses. They're like seasons, like life, like everything. Questions? It's a baby version of Vishvamitrasana. Downward facing dog. Find your breath. On the inhale, float the leg to the sky. On the exhale, catch the lunge. Bring a block outside your front foot on its lowest height, a little behind the heel. And plant the hand. Spin the back heel to the earth and like scooch the back foot in just like an inch or two so it really feels like you could stand into your back leg. And as you stand into your back leg, rock back onto your front heel and with your right hand, hold across the top of your foot. Yep. Good, and then lift the foot up and pull the knee towards your arm behind you. Lean back, pull the knee towards the arm. Good. Yep, and then the leg straight in front of you or extend it towards the front of the room. And then we'll have our WTF moment, rest. Yeah, sit back on the heels. So, I don't know if this is even on camera, doesn't really matter. So this is very similar to like this. In fact, like if that was just like so much part of our tradition, our yoga tradition, is like the poses, the sequence, like there is like a flow and a knowledge and a wisdom to like how the sequence flows. And at best, there should be places that trigger you. Like it should like on your mat and you can come back to your breath in a moment of frustration or irritation or I don't know, like what else could we feel sometimes? Anger, rage, that's the goddess. It's all the goddess. and it's like in the face of that, can we come back to the breath? Can we come back to center? And rather than those things that arise pulling us out of center, can those things arise without us losing center? And so it really is a practice of self-regulation and personal sustainability. Like, and the reminders, like she says it in the text, like the offering doesn't have to be the perfect offering, because she is the source of, like, you are perfectly imperfect. The fact that she breathed life into you, you are the point she's trying to make. Every time she breathes life into you, and every time you acknowledge the breath, you acknowledge her perfection in you, as you, through you. Okay. So we step it through, plant the long arm, so I'm just gonna ditch the block. The back heel goes to the, come here, okay? Maybe here, which is very similar to where we were here. So if you want to just take it this way and think, like, can you hold your foot? Your foot actually might be back here, which is also fine, you know? And then you could even like sit back and play with lifting your foot here. And like the key is the actions are universal, the expressions are diverse. That's the beauty. So like there's some of me like guiding and facilitating, and there's some of you like exploring and finding your own way, letting the light of awareness follow the currents of the breath in you. So you might come here, open it up like we did, and then reach for the foot and try to like bend the knee. Boop. Okay, or bend the knee. First pose of the day. Does that make sense? That's like a 20-year-old pose for context. Like there's been a lot of cultivation there, a lot of cultivating the actions. And I feel like when I do that pose, I feel the whole wide world in my heart. That's what it feels like. That I can feel the whole wide world in my heart. Downward dog. It's Vishvamitrasana, the universal friend, the friend to the universe. You're close to the floor, so you don't have to be so afraid to fall. We're gonna take the right foot through to lunge. You could also just take right knee to opposite elbow and extend the leg out to the left, like we did earlier. You could plant your hand outside your front foot to a block. Spin the back heel to the ground. Inch the back foot in a little bit if it helps you stand, like bend into the back leg, sit towards the back leg, butt towards the back leg, rock onto your front heel. Left hand is gonna hold across the top of the front foot, and then you just draw the knee towards the arm, like you're pressing your knee into your arm. Good, and then maybe extend the leg straight or overhead. Try not to overthink it. Wherever you are, make it an offering to the breath. That's the perfect offering. Wherever you are, offer it to the breath. Awesome, Lindsay. Bend the elbow towards the sky, lean back and rest. Downward dog. Linking vinyasa if it suits you. Otherwise, just pause, take a beat right here. Breath to heart, heart to mind, mind to body. We'll meet in downward dog. How do the fans feel? Do you want 1 degree down? I'll give you 1 degree. Right, is it cold? Are you cold? What? Okay, as the world turns. Amazing. Where is the crew today? Right leg through, actually inhale the left leg. Inhale the left leg high to the sky. Huge breath in, take up lots of space. Exhale, left knee to upper outer right arm. Twist yourself around yourself. Extend the leg straight out to the right. Open the right arm to the sky. Push through the legs. Bring your right hand to your heart. Lean back. Open your heart like the hand is pulling the left lung towards the sky. Press the inner edge of the bottom hand down. Good. Change nothing in the legs. Just right hand to the floor. Spin your heels up, come onto the balls of the feet. Slide the left knee to the left edge of your mat, sort of slip into pigeon. Like you're slipping into something a little more comfortable. Forearms to the floor in front of you. Fold, bow, feel the support of the earth holding you. Maybe inch your left knee 1 inch to the left. Maybe inch your left knee 1 inch back. Belly breath. Good. Plant the hands, take it back to downward dog. If you need a little like three-legged dog action in there, have at it. Breath to heart, heart to mind, mind to body. Follow your breath. On your inhale, float the right leg high to the sky. Exhale, knee to outer left arm. Extend the leg out to the left. Plant the inner edge of the right hand down. Open the left arm to the sky. It's called like fallen triangle. I think of it like shooting star more, like a falling star. Bring your hand to your heart center. And with your hand on your heart center, sort of slide, guide the right lung towards the ceiling. Inner edge of the bottom hand down. Wrap your around yourself. Nothing in the legs, just lift the heels, come to the balls of the feet. Take a breath. Slip into pigeon, right knee towards the right edge of the mat, back knee lowers down, bring your forearm to the floor, bolster blanket in front of you, fold over your legs, bow to the earth. Belly breath in the back and sides of your waist. And now everyone inch your right knee more to the right and inch your left knee back. And as you pull the knees towards each other, anchor the tailbone down so that there's a lift in the front of the pelvis away from the front of the front thigh. Ribs back, and then you can inch your elbows forward. One more of the deepest, fullest breaths that requires the least amount of effort. And we'll take it back to downward facing dog. Pedal the feet from side to side. Notice what you notice. Feel what you feel. Notice what you notice. Feel what you feel. Walk your hands towards your feet and your feet towards your hands. Bow over your legs. Bow to your heart. Bow to the indwelling light of the heart that is seen the most fully in all that it touches. Turn your toes out, squat for Malasana, garland pose. Hands in prayer. Press the elbows into the legs and hug the legs into the elbows. And then lift your hips, your butt up a little bit and anchor the tailbone down. Hug the shoulder blades together and rest the head back. And as the head comes back, the hips go down. It's not the hips going down. Can you feel that? I'm gonna say it again. Hug legs into arms, press arm into legs. Lift your butt up a little bit. Think pubic bone back, ribs back, shoulders together. And now as you press your head back, anchor your tailbone down. Nice, Becky. Belly breath and butt down. Whew. Just shake out the legs. And come on to your back. You can hug your knees in towards your chest, wrap your arms around your legs, give yourself the sweetest, most loving embrace. Then bend your legs with the feet on the ground, feet on the ground. Bend the elbows alongside. Actually, let's do it like this. Have both blocks within a hand's reach. And as you bend your elbows alongside, press the elbows down to lift the hips up for bridge pose. Setu Bandhasana, bridge pose, the instrument of connection. And now insert 2 blocks on their lowest height stacked right underneath your hips. See if you can get 2 blocks under there. You might have to lift your heels up And we're not under the spine. Melissa and I will help. We don't want to be under the spine. We want to be right underneath the butt. And if the 2 blocks is way too much, just take 1 block on its medium height. Now everyone heel toe your feet and legs together as much as you can. Hug the legs together. Walk your heels a little closer to the blocks and hug the legs together. Lift the chin away from the chest. And like depending on your chest, like you might even like with the elbows pressing into the floor, you can bring your kind of press or throat. That's for like a bosom. Oh my God. Time they describe the goddess. I feel so many descriptions. It's like hilarious. Probably. Yeah. It's so funny. I'll see if I can find some in Shavasana for giggles or after. But let's like, if those, just kind of give them a press and a pull. And if they're not, you can release the arms down to the sides and turn the palms up. Try to get the thumbnails to touch the floor. Firmly press the center back of your skull into the earth, into the lap of the earth. And let the breath flow in and out naturally, slowly, naturally, deeply. Trace the breath in and whisper the breath out. And in this pose of bridge, it's a chest along a heart opener. The tendency of the breath is to be predominant in the chest. Try to get the breath more into the belly. That's the key. That when you open your heart, it's so key to stay grounded, to feel your feet on the ground, to feel the legs engaged to the midline, drawing you towards your own center. And as the legs hug the midline and the feet press into the earth, can you feel the expanse, the rise and fall of the breath in the belly, in the pelvis? As you inhale, hug the legs together as one, feel the belly expand. And as you exhale, feel the belly soften, press the feet into the earth. If you want more, big if, draw the knees over the hips, not towards the chest. So when you pull them in, they're gonna come a little too far in. Back them up, right over the hips, flex the feet, spread the toes. You could stay right here or now start to stretch your heels towards the sky. More, you take your heels towards the back of the room, a smidge. More right there. And think tailbone, heel connection. Sitting bone, heel connection. 3 more of the deepest, fullest breaths. Zip lock the legs together, the inseams, the big toe ball mounds. As the big toes snap together, spread the little toes and maybe make a little space between the inner heels. Bend the legs. Simultaneously bring the feet to the earth. Stand through the feet to lift the hips. Remove the blocks. Windshield wiper the legs slowly from side to side. Ride the breath slowly from side to side. You can pause on one side and place the foot on top of the thigh. And after a few breaths there, you can windshield wiper to the other side and place the foot on top of the thigh. And inhale to center. And bring the legs together and cross the left leg on top of the right leg. And bend the knees in towards the chest. The deep cross like we did seated earlier. Yeah, cross the legs deep, thigh over thigh, no space between the legs. And then you can do like a little sit up and reach for your shins. Clasp your hands around your outer shins and then rest your head back and your shoulders back and take your feet to the opposite sides of the room, one room. Like lift your heels up higher. Yes, and now press your knees away from you. Are we in there? Same pose we did seated. Think knees towards the sky, not towards the chest. Shoulders towards the floor, not towards the ceiling. Head heavy, face soft. You can gently rock a little bit from side to side. And then gently release. Stretch your legs out long, reach the arms overhead, huge breath in. Exhale with an audible sigh. Bend the legs, cross the right leg over the left leg or your second side. Reach for the outer shins, ankles, or edges of the feet. Point the knees towards the sky and let the head and shoulders be heavy on the earth. Let the breath be deep and full in the belly. And release, stretch the legs out long, reach the arms overhead, huge breath in, exhale with an audible sigh. Scan your body with your awareness to see if there's any final poses, movements, or adjustments that you need or want to make in order to feel completely prepared to fully relax. Can add or remove layers, add or remove props. Make of yourself a final wholehearted offering. When offerings are made with or without proper knowledge, I shall receive them gladly. Take your time. Spread yourself out on the altar of the earth. Make yourself as comfortable as humanly possible. And as you prepare yourself for a final relaxation, it's an offering to stillness. You can place the palms on the low belly to stay in contact with the breath if that's helpful for your focus and concentration. You offer your awareness, your focus, your concentration to the breath, to the divine, animating, creative force of energy that pervades us and pulses in every cell and fiber of our being, most accessible and imbibe the flow of the breath. And if you are interested in more subtlety, you can release your arms down to the sides, palms up, and let the index finger and thumb tips, the tip of the index finger, the tip of the thumb, gently touch. It's called Chin Mudra or Yana Mudra. And between the tip of these two fingers, you might find and feel the pulsation of the heart in the fingertips. Look for the breath. And again, just the turning of the light of awareness to the presence of the breath as a turn towards the goddess, as she turns herself literally into you. The 9 nights of the goddess, Navratri, is a journey through the 9 energies of Shakti that live within every human being. Each day of Navratri represents a different stage of inner awakening, from grounding yourself, cultivating discipline, finding courage, transforming our darkness, purifying our spirit, and ultimately stepping into our highest power. The energies of Navdurga, the 9 forms of the goddesses, are energies that through the practices of yoga we seek to awaken within us. So Navratri is not just a celebration of the goddess, it's like an invitation, a reminder, the call to become the energies she represents more fully. Shailaputri represents strength, stability, and the root of existence. Ground yourself. Everything powerful begins with a strong foundation. Brahmacharini symbolizes tapasya, the devotion and spiritual determination. Great transformation happens when commitment meets patience. Again, the beauty unfolds at its own pace. The petals open when they're ready. Chandraganta, the warrior goddess who destroys negativity and protects Dharma. Your calmness is powerful, but when required, your roar can change destiny. Kushmanda, she is believed to have created the universe with her divine smile. Creation doesn't come from force, it comes from joy and inner light. Creation doesn't come from force, it comes from joy and inner light. Skandamata. Skandamata is the mother of Kartikeya, symbolizing compassion and protection. True strength lies in nurturing life, dreams, and people. Katyayani, born to destroy injustice and restore balance. When purpose becomes clear, fear disappears. When your purpose is clear, the fear disappears. Kalaratri, the fiercest form who destroys darkness and illusion. Sometimes the darkest phase of life is actually your greatest purification. Mahagauri. She represents peace, forgiveness, and inner cleansing. When you release what weighs you down, your soul becomes light again. And Siddhidatri. Siddhidatri, the goddess who grants spiritual wisdom and fulfillment. After discipline, courage, and transformation comes awakening. Om Hreem, Aim Shreem, Aim Kleem Saha. Om Hreem, I am Shreem, I am Kleem, Soha. Om Hreem, I am Shreem, I am Kleem, Soha. Om Hreem, I am Shreem, I am Kleem, Soha. Om Hreem, I am Shreem, I am Kleem, Soha. Om Hreem, I am Shreem, I am Kleem, Soha. Om Hreem, I am Shreem, I am Kleem, Soha. Om Hreem, I am Shreem, I am Kleem, Soha. Om Hreem, I am Shreem, I am Kleem, Soha. Om Hreem, I am Shreem, I am Kleem, Soha. Om Hreem, I am Shreem, I am Kleem, Soha. Om Hreem, I am Shreem, I am Kleem, Soha. Invite a deeper breath in and a longer breath out. As you deepen your breath, feel how naturally your breath deepens you. Shakti consolidates herself into Prana Shakti. Prana Shakti consolidates itself into breath. And the gift of life that each breath offers pours itself into you, rises up within you, and emanates from inside out in all that you are, in all that you do. The breath ignites the heart, the splendor of the heart illuminates and inspires the mind and the body. And here in this gift of conscious breathing, divine embodiment, let the spirit that you are awaken the body that you have, wiggling toes and fingers, stretching arms and legs, and let the body that you have embrace, affirm, adorn the spirit that you are. She literally wears herself as you so that you can see herself in you. As the spirit that you are awakens the body that you have, and the body that you have adorns the spirit that you are. Bend your legs, feel your feet on the ground, and just take a moment to call yourself down to earth with a breath, back to reality. A moment to visualize the ways in which you stretch yourself, your practice of yoga, your heart of hearts, into the activities of your daily life. In so doing, bringing more divine beauty and wisdom and love to those in the world around you, in and of that act, making of yourself a perfect offering. Imagine that. When you're ready, roll to one side, press through strong arms, find your way into a comfortable seated posture. With your eyes closed and your hands folded before your heart in Anjali Mudra, a final gesture of sincere self-reverence that acknowledges and honors the source and force of the divine within you, all of her energies that flow in you, as you, through you, and a gesture that places this aspect of ourselves before us as a guide and offering in all we do. As you bow to your heart with all my heart, I bow to every single one of you. Thank you so much for your practice, your presence, your beauty, goodness, and virtuosity. And more than anything, I thank you for all that you are and all that you do every single day of this life. Thanks, everyone. Thanks, everyone. Thanks for your practice, your presence. If you are free, we're going to do roll into renewal at 1. You can have a snack and then feel free to stay. Bring your friends if you want to come back. And I think like April has an asana intensive with Anisha, like breakdown to breakthrough. What else is happening? Beginner series. Tell your friends, tell your neighbors. Beginner series, your haircut looks great. Love. Other things. Does anyone else here have any announcements? Okay. Thanks, everyone.